from getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can taste it.
In its second season of existence, there's a look inside one of the real jewels of the NFL. SoFi Stadium, just south of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. Just out past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. This is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. A give. This is Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down. Croner, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Crowder. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. And
44-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
43-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Davis now to return it. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either.
And not much catch there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
On the carry. Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Crowder. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They work this well upfield across the 45. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
The 38-yard line.
From the gun, Crowder uncorks one for Davis. This will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him, when he's driving home, to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
First down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's gone. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, here's Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score, Chargers 7, Texans nothing.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Out of the gun, Goff. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Now here's Pollard. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stopped short of the goal line.
So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this is incomplete.
Crowder's pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Crowder. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's letting this one go for... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
His kick is good.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 7. Kaimi Fairbairn.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first?
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a 10. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Dancing to his left. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to be.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
To Duke Johnson.
Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have broken the tie. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
Into the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, Crowder. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The 27-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
The 24-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Texans.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Goff's pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10. at their own 16.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The final shot before break. Croner. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Complete.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain on the play.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
It's a gain of 6.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's gone. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. Screen play. Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
By Chris Harris.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the Chargers 25.
Now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he returns this to the 22.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Crowder. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Brings it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. An extra point by Badgley up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Michael Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. Now a give here to Pollard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And now off to the races down the right side. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt is minimum.
Skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
minimum.
practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Well, security eluded him. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. On second down now, Pollard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Croner. And that is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's now second and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Crowder. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Take this back down inside the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard.
Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Texans 49. Chargers 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off the play fake. Croder. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Texans 56, Chargers 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Looking to throw on second down. Crowder. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Operating from the gun. Croder. He's going to let it fly. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
throwing now. Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On first down, Crowder, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Pollard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.